Hi everyone. Today we will be doing the poem From a Railway Carriage by R.L. Stevenson. And I welcome you all to this lesson. If you are new here and have not already subscribed to my channel, do consider doing so. If you subscribe, you will receive all the lessons that I post. I have made a lot of videos to help with English language and literature lessons. Have you watched the previous poem I did? Louder than a clap of thunder? Here's a link to it. I'm Malaine from English Made Easy, and this channel has easy and interesting lessons to help you improve your English. From a Railway Carriage is taken from R.L. Stevenson's famous book called A Child's Garden of Verses. In this poem, the poet tells us what he can see from a railway carriage. We've all traveled by train and we all know what it's like to travel by train, right? And if you're sitting by a window, you know what it's like when you're looking outside the window, what kind of sights you see. The poem is all about that. I will read the poem to you thrice, three times. The first time, I will go slow and explain every line with the meanings of words that may be new to you. There are also many pictures to help you understand the poem better. And the second time I read the poem, I will pause briefly after every line so that you can repeat it after me. The third time, we can say the poem together. Does that sound like a good plan? Let's begin. From a Railway Carriage by Robert Louis Stevenson. R. L. Stevenson. Pronounced as Robert Louis Stevenson. Faster than fairies. That's a fairy, a magical creature who does magic, usually a female. Faster than witches, also a woman who does magic, but bad magic. Bridges and houses. That's what a bridge looks like. It's a structure that is built over a water body, usually a river or a stream, to help you walk across it easily. That's a house. I'm sure everybody knows what a house is. Hedges and ditches. That's what a hedge looks like. It's usually made of shrubs, and that's what a ditch looks like. So a hedge, this here, is a boundary formed by shrubs. And a ditch, this is a ditch. A ditch is a narrow channel dug at the side of a road or field to hold water, as you can see here. And charging along like troops in a battle. That will give you an idea of this line. Troops are soldiers. Battle meaning a fight between armed forces. Two sides. Okay, and they're fighting. All through the meadows, the horses and cattle. That's what a meadow looks like. That's what horses are. And that's what cattle look like. So what's a meadow? A meadow is a piece of grassland, a lot of grass. Cattle are large animals with horns and hooves. Horses also have hooves, don't they? All of the sides of the hill and the plain. What can you see when you're on a railway journey? You can see sights of hills and plains. What are hills? These are hills, and plains are flat ground that you can see. This picture will give you a better idea. So you can see plains here, and you can also see hills in the distance. raised portions, raised areas of land. A hill is different from a mountain because a mountain is much higher than a hill. The hill is just a small, slightly raised portion of land. Hill is a raised area of land and plain is a flat area of land. Fly as thick as driving rain. Here you will get an idea of what driving rain is. Very heavy rain. Okay? Driving means falling very fast or at an angle. Have you ever been caught in a downpour like that where the rain is really heavy and it's not coming straight down from above, it's coming at an angle, coming at you. So an umbrella is completely useless in such a case. And ever again, in the wink of an eye. What is the wink of an eye? That's the wink of an eye. You know, when you shut one eyelid, only one eyelid very fast. So what does it mean? Wink of an eye is an expression and it means very fast. So ever again in the wink of an eye, it means so fast. Painted stations whistle by. You know what happens when you're sitting in a train? Sometimes the train doesn't stop at all stations, especially if you're in a long distance train. So the train will go very fast through, and all you'll see is a station, a colorful station, a painted station. Painted station meaning it's colored, it's colorful. Okay, and all you will hear is the whistle of the train as it goes past that station very fast. Painted stations whistle by. Well, the station doesn't whistle, but the train whistles. If the train's not going to stop at the station, I'm sure you have experienced this, how it will just go very fast through that station and whistle as it goes fast. That's to give you an idea of the station. But of course, the train has stopped at the station. This usually happens when the train doesn't stop at a particular station. Trains don't stop at all stations. Here is a child who clambers and scrambles. Here is a child who's clambering and scrambling. And what does that mean? Clambers and scrambles means moves quickly with some difficulty using hands and legs. See, hands and legs are used. All by himself and gathering brambles. He's alone, he's all by himself. And what is he doing? He's gathering brambles. And what are brambles? These are brambles. Brambles are wild bushes with thorns on which blackberries grow. Blackberries are very tasty little berries. Here is a tramp, a homeless person who stands and gazes, just stares in one direction for a very long time. There he is, standing and gazing. And he even shook for you. A tramp is a homeless person who travels from place to place. And gazes means looks at one thing steadily. And here is the green for stringing the daisies. That's what daisies are. They are wild flowers and they are white in color and they look really beautiful in the springtime when they're all over the countryside. And we have green here. Here is the green for stringing the daisies. So when you have green like that, you can use that to make a garland from these flowers. You can pull them off their stalks and you can string them onto this green and make a lovely garland. Stringing the daisies means making a garland by putting daisies together. Here is a cart run away in the road. That's what a cart looks like. And it's run away in the road because it's alone there. Cart is an open vehicle with 2 or 4 wheels for carrying loads. Lumping along with man and load. So you have a cart here that's lumping along, moving with great difficulty with man and load, a huge load. Lumping means struggling to move due to the weight it is carrying, a huge load that's heavy. And here is a mill. Do you know what a mill is? And there is a river. So here's a mill. This is what a mill is. It's a building where you grind grain into flour, and it's usually run by wind, and hence it's got these big fan-like blades in front of it. And here's a river. This is a river. This is a mill. A mill is a building with machinery. Inside it, it's got machinery that grinds grain into flour. So here is a mill, and there is a river. Each a glimpse and gone forever. So what happens when you glimpse, meaning, a very short time you get to look at it, a quick, unclear look. You can't even see it so clearly. So what happens when you're sitting in a train like this by the window and looking outside? Everything just flies past you in a glimpse. You don't get to look at it for a long time. You just get a glimpse of it and it's gone forever. You will never see it again. So that was the first time I read it. Like I said, I would go slow and explain each and everything. Now we're going to do it for the second time. I will pause after every line so that you can repeat it after me. From A Railway Carriage. Have you ever traveled by train or by bus and looked out of the window? What did you see? Here is a poem that describes what the poet sees from the window of a railway carriage. Read the poem aloud, loudly. Decide where you want to pick up the tempo and read faster and still faster. Notice how the rhythm of the lines feels like the rhythm of a train on the tracks. Okay, are you ready to do it with me? I'll read one line and you have to repeat it after me. Faster than fairies, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches, and charging along like troops in a battle. All through the meadows, the horses and cattle, all of the sights of the hill and the plain, fly as thick as driving rain. And ever again, in the wink of an eye, painted stations whistle by. Here is a child who clambers and scrambles, all by himself and gathering brambles. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes. And here is the green for stringing the daisies. Here is a cart run away in the road, lumbering along with man and load. And here is a mill, and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. All right, I'll go back now. And now it's time for you and me to do it together. Are you ready? Let's start with the name of the poem. And then we say the name of the poet as well. From A Railway Carriage by R.L. Stevenson. Faster than fairies, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches, and charging along like troops in a battle, all through the meadows the horses and cattle, all of the sights of the hill and the plain fly as thick as driving rain, and ever again in the wink of an eye, painted stations whistle by. Here is a child who clambers and scrambles, all by himself and gathering brambles. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes, and here is the green for stringing the daisies. Here is a cart run away in the road, lumbering along with man and load. And here is a mill, and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. Did you enjoy that? I certainly did. I love saying poems. And it also was such a lovely poem, wasn't it? Do share it with your friends and don't forget to subscribe if you want to receive similar lessons. Bye for now. We shall meet very soon in the next video.